actually, they were on to something. But then I didn't really keep listening. But now I've really been thinking about them recently. I was the same with Michael Jackson. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Before Michael Jackson died, I didn't really have a clue who the fuck he was. But then after he died, I just pretended that I was always a really big fan. And then I actually became a really big fan. And I pretended like I would go to school and I'd be like, I cried so much when he died because he meant so much to me. But in reality, I only really found out who he was after he died. You know. But then the thing was, it came in like phases, right? Because when he died, at first I was fucking terrified of him. Because I was like, he looks kind of scary and he died. So that means he's gonna haunt me. Which is the most narcissistic take I could ever have. I was like, he's gonna haunt me out of the fucking 7 billion people on Earth. He's gonna haunt me. We didn't even know about each other. I didn't even know about him. Why the fuck would he haunt me? So, you know, I've told this before, but I had this serious fear where I was scared that when I flushed the toilet, the ghost of Michael Jackson would appear. So what I would do is I would flush the toilet and then I would literally sprint into the other room to wash my hands because I couldn't do it in the same room because I was so scared that the ghost of... This is a true story. I am not fucking lying about this. This was literally true. I would run out of the bathroom, fucking sprint out of there because I was so scared of Michael Jackson appearing. And I'm not even joking. And the thing was, right? Then I went down this rabbit hole. I was like 11 years old. I went down this rabbit hole, this conspiracy rabbit hole on YouTube that Michael Jackson was still alive and that he faked his death. And you don't even understand how much more scarier that was. I was like, he's not even dead? I was like, he's alive and he's coming after me? I don't know where the coming after me part came, but I thought his ass was literally gonna like fly to Estonia and like drive his car to in the middle of the woods where I lived and like he was gonna like come after me. Like, I don't know why. I literally don't know why. Now that I'm thinking about it, there was no reason for me to presume that this man even had anything against me, even if he did know me. But I had this preconceived notion that Michael Jackson just hated me and literally wanted to like kill me. So then I had this like, when I was like, people are like, he's alive and here's some real footage. Look at this ambulance. This ambulance isn't, oh my God. There's Michael haunting me as always. One of my friends knew MJ personally. What? One of my mom's friends knew MJ personally. That's a pretty big flex. I'm not gonna lie. MJ is like one of the most famous people to ever have existed. That's pretty big. I mean, that's huge. But Emma Stutz thing with the fucking $20 in the jump scare. Jesus fucking Christ. But I was legitimately terrified. And you don't understand, right? My family at this point was fucking weird. All right. At this point, I still live with my father. My father took the, like, my dad always, he took this like weird pride in like his like great grandfather, his grandfather, his father, like his great grandfather. Like he's like one of those like masculine dudes that like really like, it's like this whole like lineage thing, you know? So, and keep in mind, all these motherfuckers were dead. His dad was dead. His fucking grandfather was dead. His great all of them were fucking dead. So there was this hallway in our house where it was just pictures of them. And in the dark, it was the fucking scariest thing to fucking walk by because it was just these old pictures of, you know, people that are now dead. These like black and white pictures. So you don't understand. I flushed the toilet. And in my head, I'm like, okay, the ghost of Michael Jackson's appearing in 10, 9, 8, 7. And then I have to sprint through this hallway of my fucking dead relatives. It was this like whole fucking, it was this whole ritual of like, of literally like, dude, it was the worst. It was literally the worst. And at one point it became too much for me. And I started to pee outside. Cause I was like, I can pee outside, you know, I don't need anything. I just literally would pee outside. I couldn't do it. I started to just go, cause we had like, we lived in the countryside. So I would just like go, we just had like woods and shit. I just used to run out to the fields and I should just pee on the field. Cause I was like, I can't do it, man. I was like, Michael Jackson's gonna haunt me if I flush the toilet. So I started to pee outside, and then I realized there were snakes outside. And one of these times, I was peeing and I saw a snake. They were vipers, and I got scared. I ran. I ran from the snakes, and I honestly don't even know if there was a snake or if I hallucinated. Because I mean, would it really be that far-fetched that I started hallucinating if I was thinking like the ghost of Michael Jackson's gonna haunt me if I flush the toilet? That literally sounds like mental illness to me. Like that doesn't even sound like a kid's imagination. That literally sounds like my mental illness at its peak. That doesn't even. There's snakes in a stone. Yeah, there's like 2 kinds of snakes. Technically 3, but one of them's categorized as a lizard. But there's 2, and one of the kinds are venomous. They're vipers. They're like some fucking European vipers, whatever. And I have a fucking horrible phobia of snakes. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. A couple years ago, I was like talking to this girl, and you know, we were on a pretty good. I thought things were going pretty good, and then I found out that she had snakes, and I'm not gonna lie, I genuinely got too scared to continue. Like, I honestly feel really bad, but the snakes really scared me, and I was like, I am sorry, but this just would not work out. Like, that's to the point where I'm at with snakes, where they literally scare me so bad. Like, it's literally, my dad got bit by a viper once. If I ever got bit by a snake, I would literally disintegrate. I would I don't like it. I just really, you know, you can post your fucking snakes and be like, he's so cute. All I see is I see a predator who will kill me. All right, that's all I see. I don't see a cute little pet. I see a weird fuck who shouldn't even be able to move. It has no legs. Why does it move?